Yeah. Howdy. Thanks for joining me out in the garden. It's late October, so the garden's going to sleep. There's a little bit of life left. The asters are still blooming down here. I got my white daisy that's the last thing to bloom. It's blooming back there, but you know, most of these plants are going back to sleep, storing up their energy for next spring where they can pop back out. The colder plants are doing fine, like the sage, the lavender, the hyssop, the herbs, they're fine. I mean, the anise is still going too. It smells fantastic. But it's been a while since I did a video. You know, I left my job, and then my dad came up here and we worked on the cabin a bunch. And then I went back home to Missouri, kind of hung out for 2 weeks, saw my family and friends. So now I'm back in New Hampshire, getting ready to work on the cabin this winter, try to get it totally done off the books, basically off of the permit. You know, I still won't have all the finer things done with it, but just getting off the books, getting the occupancy permit is the goal for the next couple months. But you know, if you know me at all, or you're always looking around the corner at what's next, you've probably had a crazy year. I don't know, I've had a crazy year. So much to talk about. But, you know, I want to focus it all in for a very simple message: the meaning of life. And, you know, to make a long story short, the meaning of life is to give life meaning. And that's going to be different for everyone. I can't answer what your meaning is. You can't even answer what mine is. And that's just, I think that's part of the beauty of life itself, is the just massive mystery we all have here. I feel like in my life, I have had to give it all the meaning it has at this point. I've had to build a purpose here for myself. Lots and lots of people want to tell you your purpose. Perhaps make you a part of their purpose. You know, they can give you meaning if you join them, right? A lot of cultures or cults, a lot of religions, businesses, sports, entertainment. You can go find meaning in entertainment, you know, entertain some people, and you feel good about yourself. You made some people smile. But this message kind of incorporates all the messages I've had in all my videos. It's really be yourself, know yourself. I like saying know thyself. Like only you can dig inside and figure out who you actually are. Otherwise, it's just some character or a mask that's on the outside, acting like other characters or something. You'll get nowhere unless you go in to find out who you are. You can go everywhere you want outside of yourself to find out what you're not. And there's all these people that will tell you you're this, you're that. You know, and maybe that's what you want, is to be given meaning by a god, given meaning by a government, or given meaning by the guy down the street. You know, he's got a purpose for you. It's just, if you're not giving yourself, you know, a deep meaning inside why you're here, what you're doing, it seems like life becomes meaningless. And you lose the fun of it and the joy you have in the adventure of creating your own meaning, creating your own wild adventure. I just had to throw a video out. You know, it's been about a year since I started this YouTube channel, and I mean, it's mainly for me to get myself straight, get my philosophies straight, and put them out in the public so I could be ridiculed or criticized, and then get better at refining my ideas. So hey, anybody who's watching, I'm glad you're watching. I hope you gained some inner insights. But I'm doing this for myself, but I also want to share myself with others if they're open to it. Seems to be hard to share your true self with people out there, because they want the surface, they want the ego, all they want is the character you've created, and you know. But when you're creating a new character, transforming from an old world into a new world, you need the freedom, and you just got to go and experiment. So that's what I've been doing. And it's given my life meaning. You know, the more I've tried to find meaning in my life. It's kind of a paradox, I guess, because I search for healing. I search for, like, how do we fix this place? How does this all get better? And then you just always come to this simple conclusion, which is like, it's all out of your control. Get inside yourself and fix what you've been putting off. There's always something you could be doing better. All right. Yeah, it was getting a little dark in the garden, so I turned the camera around, getting some sun. But just want to close this one off talking about the meaning of life and how the meaning of my life has been evolving and changing my whole life. But I think since I've always sort of focused on what am I doing? What is the purpose of my life? What am I? Every day I have all these questions, okay? I used to settle for answers. I used to say there's absolutes. You know, I used to say there's God. I'm a Christian. I'm saved. Absolute check mark. I know it all. You know, now my mission is to get everybody to believe in Jesus, and then we're all saved, right? Like, that was the past mistakes that I made. And it gave me meaning, right? I thought my meaning was to spread the gospel, get everybody on the same page, but I've really realized my meaning that I've given myself is just to build peace with all these different ideas and different spirits here. You know, it's just such a vast, diverse place here. We really should take time to kind of chill about the meaning of it all and not be so hyper anxious and we gotta have it this way or that way. The more time goes on, the more I realize my meaning, my purpose. But I with all of that, I realized I was the one giving myself the meaning and the purpose. I was the one lighting the fire under myself to get me to where I'm at. So, the meaning of life is to give life meaning. And it's something only you can do. That's why I think a lot of people are leading meaningless lives, because they don't realize what they even are and what creative powers they have available to them here. Another point, I guess, is, you know, if you're you're wishing you could do more, you're wishing you had more responsibilities, you're wishing there were more, you had a bigger space to inhabit, more things to oversee, because you know you're an intelligent person, you know you're brighter, you know that for some reason things are inverted, you know, and you might just be in some lowly position right now in this realm. And all the bad characters, or all the people that are taking advantage of others, that are dividing and profiting off of the divisions, they're on the top. You know, they get to rule and reign over everyone. And you just have to realize your part in all of this. You got to kind of accept your experience you've had and what it tells you about yourself. And how, I heard somebody else say this, but you need to fill out the space you inhabit, you know, before you take on more responsibilities, before you think, you know, you've got it all figured out. You really just need to be diligent with what you've been given. So you might have been given a family at this point to take care of. You might have just been given a trashy trailer in the woods somewhere to take care of, or I don't know. It's just whatever you're dealing with, you know. You got to be the janitor mopping the stuff at the school or something. It's just fill your space to the fullest. Be the best at it. Be the brightest at it. Fill that space, and then the next responsibility will come. So if you feel like you're, you still can't see your meaning, you know, it's hard to grasp, because you got so many just straight survival needs. Gotta put food on the table, gotta make it a money. Focus. Just focus on your purpose. Focus on a future meaning, okay? You just do your best right now. I just think that's a key to the meaning of all of our lives, is doing your best, taking what you got, running with it, building on it. Don't overextend. Don't gamble with too many unknowns here. But feeling pretty talkative today, so I wanted to get this out. I hope y'all enjoyed this message. Peace.